Going live. We're live. Hi, Omolade. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my life as Yiga. So today I'm super excited. I wish I could put party poppers on the screen. We have Omolade here. We have Omolade here. Omolade is the founder of ULE Homes. You guys clap. I mean, if you're watching this in the future. She's such an intelligent person. You need to go to LinkedIn
Oh
and
my God.
stalk her. Yes. She's not just a brilliant founder, she's also a friend, as you can see. We're late because we've been chatting. Yeah, we're doing these things. We don't behave like this. We don't behave like this. But yes, please welcome the visionary CEO of ULE Homes, the startup that just took home $10,000 at
Oh my
TechCabal's
God.
Startup Battlefield 2025. Welcome, Omolade.
Thank
So good
you.
to have
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
you. Super excited to have you here. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's start at the very beginning. I mean,
Right.
I remember us chatting about big dreams, when we met at, of course, we were talking about open source governance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I want to
Mhm.
hear from you. What was the real personal moment for you that made you think, oh, let me solve the housing problem, right? Was there a
Mm.
story? What was it?
Yeah, definitely there is a story. So I didn't grow up in Lagos. I came from Ibadan to Lagos, and in Ibadan houses are relatively cheap, right? But coming into Lagos and then starting to work, I felt when I worked and saved up for a bit, I'll definitely move to my own apartment. But I had saved up and then to now move into the apartment. So I was already house hunting and I knew that this is the exact amount that I'm looking to save. I had saved up that amount. I went into the market to go and house hunt again. And then it was almost like plus 50%. And it
Whoa.
was very frustrating, right? Because then I had to start asking for extended time to stay where I was staying. So
Wow.
fast forward to a couple years after, I went to the Nigerian University of Technology and Management where I met my co-founders. And funny how all three of us had the desire to solve that particular problem or a problem in housing. So it was more of like, if all of us are facing it, then a lot more Nigerians will be facing this problem as well. Like, how can we be working hard, like working very hard, and we are unable to even afford our own rent? And it's not as if we are collecting, at least our salary was relatively fair. So that was when I made us to go and do a survey. Are you there? Or do I
Yes,
just
I'm here.
continue?
I just made
Okay.
you the focus.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we did like a survey, we did like a wait list. We wanted to understand what people's problem around housing truly was. And so we went to Lagos Startup Week last year, very early last year. And then there was somebody that we met, is also like a content guy, Shemi Bayomi. Um,
Mm-hmm.
then the guy just came, well, tell me about your startup. And then I was like, hi, my name is Omolade, and I'm CEO of ULE Homes. I couldn't even pronounce the name of my startup well then.
Yeah, I can
And
imagine.
then, and I was like, oh, and we help you pay your rent. And before we knew it, like, I didn't even know when the guy posted the video. But before we knew it, my friends started calling me, sending me links to the Instagram, the LinkedIn, the Twitter. And I'm like, what? What? Like there was
This is
so many comments, there was so many thumbs up, like you guys are doing well. And also
wow.
there was a lot of, oh, you guys don't know the sector you're playing in. There's a lot of in Nigeria,
Of course.
all the best to you. So yeah, that was it for us, and that was how we really started, to be honest.
Wow, that's such an amazing story. And I think the thing
Yeah.
to point out there is when you have to solve a problem, right?
Hmm.
You have to solve a
Hmm.
problem that relates to the people. I think that's what I can take from your story so that your
Yeah.
growth is niche. I mean, from what you said, you didn't really spend anything on marketing to get the buzz, right? Which is a plus
Thank God.
point. Yes, it's a big
Thank God.
plus point.
Because where would we have seen the money though?
I'm telling you, so when you're solving a problem that well, when you're doing something that solves a pain point, hits a pain
Right.
point, people would naturally gravitate towards it. So thank you for that story. That's an interesting story. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
from, there's this thing when you're a founder, you get this big idea, you get this nice idea, you get those reactions, and then there's a
Mm-hmm.
spark. There's usually a spark, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you have this lovely idea. So from that spark to now getting into the daily life, leading the
Mm-hmm.
team, working with your co-founders, working with the rest of the team.
Mm-hmm.
What's, because I know that as a founder, you're definitely wearing so many hats, right? And what has been the most surprisingly joyful part, or what has it been like? The good part and then the flip side. That is, so when I say the flip side, I'm asking what has probably been tougher than you imagined when it comes to ULE Homes.
Okay. I'll start with the good part. The good part
Yeah.
was, at least when we started, was funding our very first customer. It felt like we had made it in life and we don't have any problems again.
Oh,
Just one person. Like for
yeah,
somebody to actually believe in us, like we that we didn't even have any traction to say that, okay, this is what we are doing. Like that was the aha moment for us. Like we were so excited. I felt like, yes, we can do anything. Um,
yes.
and so the tough part is, we have like thousands of application, but we can't fund them all. A lot of people don't know about their credit score. A lot of people don't know that financial institutions actually check your credit history before they fund you. So
Wow.
imagine us just saying that, yeah, this is a customer, fund him, and their financial partner is like, no, we can't fund. So it's usually heartbreaking, like
Yeah.
we've been steady collecting heartbreaks that, we want to provide the solution for everybody. But then that also helped us to be able to know that this is a business and you have to also look out for yourself, right?
Right.
And there are also truly some people that would want to take advantage of the fact that
Of,
we didn't know so much at the time. So I
yeah.
think that's what I'll say was the toughest part for us at that time.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That's so
Hmm.
beautiful because you have to. I mean, you're solving a very niche problem, and it has to be
Hmm.
genuine, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want
Yeah.
people to run away in this Nigeria, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you don't want
Yeah.
that.
I mean, but as at now, we have zero non-performing loans. Like all of our
Wow.
customers have been paying at zero defaults.
Wow, that's amazing. That's great. Okay, so that means that the checks and balances are very, very tight and very good as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good one for the team. Okay, so from what we see, from what I know as well, you built such a strong team and culture at ULE Homes. And I think that the question I would ask you for young people out there that would watch this, whenever, whatever time, stumble upon this, culture is important. And for young people building stuff,
Mm.
what's that one core value that you have been absolutely intentional about instilling in your team from day one? Like, what's the non-negotiable thing the thing that keeps the team grounded? What's that thing?
So the non-negotiable for us is communication.
Right.
Is like you cannot be working in silo. Like even if you are working, because we don't micromanage, right? But even if you are working alone, independently, we still need to know what you are working on. We need to know if what you are working on aligns with what what the organization's goal at the time, at that time. And I think another very important value that we don't joke with is empathy, because in our space right now, um we have to talk to customers, and for us to get customers to actually be safe enough to talk to us and to actually even use our platform, we need to be able to relate with them and communicate properly what they need to hear, right? So that's actually, we are building for human beings, so we need to speak their language. So I think that's what it is for
That's
us.
beautiful, and I think that that is something that would take ULE Homes far, right? It's very important. I know I mean, I can confess that I'm one of the people that I work and I just get the work done. And one of the things my former MD used to say to me is, Yiga, you're doing a lot of work, but you have to let us know because there
Yeah.
needs to be handovers. So
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
just work, I would just work, pam, 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 pam. And then they'll send me an email and I'm like, it's done. Like, it's been done since. Like,
Ooh.
you need to
Mm-mm.
see because the
Employee
emergency
of the year.
no, but it wasn't helping. Do you understand? It
Mm,
wasn't
mm-hmm,
helping. So
mm-hmm.
because the dev team might need to do this, the other teams, because I was marketing. So different
Right.
teams are relying on me to get stuff
Mm,
out or to get things, done or something like that. And he would
right.
just say, no, you just need to tell us that, oh, this part is done so that the next team can go ahead and do their work. So I hear you. It's
Mm,
very important. It's something that even as a leader, I am trying to work on still. Yes, because sometimes you can get lost in the work. So that's a very,
yeah.
I love it. Thank you, baby. Okay, so now let's go to the moonshot win.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God. I remember telling you congratulations just from pitching alone.
Guy, you are in the spirit. You are
I'm
definitely
telling
in the
you.
spirit.
I'm telling you. Only for me to see. I'm like, look at. So let's talk about Moonshot by TechCabal. First of all, congratulations again and again and again. Um,
Thank you.
Take us backstage. What was going through your mind? First off, you're pitching in front of a whole stage. Whatever it was, I would consider that my friend is already a winner, right? Because you're on that stage, a lot that's marketing already. Do you understand? From a
Mm-hmm.
marketing perspective, to me, that was marketing. So you're already pitching to people, and that's big enough. But guess what you did? You went ahead to win. So, what was on your mind during the pitch? What was on your mind before you even went to the stage to pitch? And when they called UleHomes as the winner, right? What was your immediate, unfiltered reaction? Can you hear me? Oh, I think is it my internet or Omolade? Can you hear me? Oopsie. Uh-oh. So this is why we need to build for Africa and our low bandwidth. Yeah, she's back.
Hi. So
Hi.
sorry about that.
Yes, sorry. I was just talking about how we need to build for Africa and our low bandwidth environment. Sorry about
Mhm.
your internet. Okay, so did you get
Right.
my question? Did you get my
Yeah,
question?
yeah, I got your question. How I felt or how we felt when we wanted to pitch and then when we won,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, so when we my co-founder Chisom, she's fire. So she went to pitch for us, right? Um, that day I was with her, obviously, moral support. So it was, we had already done this the Battlefield like accelerator program for
Mm-hmm.
about 3 weeks. And then we were qualified to as the top 10 to pitch at Moonshot.
Wow.
That one, we were already excited. And the fact that we're even in top 10 set is already an achievement for us.
Exactly.
So now, Chisom was ready to go and pitch and just, scatter everybody's head. And she did. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even the judges, she made so much points. She addressed so much, like each of the issues to the point that even the judges didn't have any questions to ask her.
Wow.
And so the next day was when they were going to announce the winner. Then towards the
Mm-hmm.
end of the Moonshot event, we went to the main stage and we were sitting together with some of our friends as well. They announced the second runner up. There was two companies. They announced the first runner up.
Wow.
And then we started holding each other's hands like this, like, oh my God,
Oh.
oh my God, oh my God.
Oh,
I don't know how to
wow.
express how exactly we felt that day. Jason was still acting
Wow.
like hard guy, but we immediately, immediately, Tunde, because it was Tunde Onokoya, the guy that,
Mm-hmm. The
yeah, the,
chess, our chess
yeah, the,
king.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the winner is ULE Homes. Gosh, my chest was beating so hard. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we were so excited.
Oh.
Like, bro, I remember the first time that we won our first grant. I was the one that pitched, and it was for 500,000 naira. When we went
Mm-hmm.
to collect the check, I was like, wow, like somebody just gave us free money. What?
Yes.
So now imagine being on a stage and carrying $10,000.
That's huge.
Like it was really exciting for us, and we were also really happy that it was a form of validation for our product
Mm-hmm.
that okay,
Mm-hmm.
people actually see sense in what we are doing, and they are
Yeah.
willing to actually drop some money for us to scale or to actually
Yeah.
even do something better. And that's how it felt for me in particular, and for my team as well.
Yes. Oh, I can only imagine that feeling. Like I said again, the marketing on its own,
Hmm.
is already huge, and you
Yeah,
corroborate that, and then getting
yeah,
the money as well. It's just so beautiful. I was so proud.
yeah.
I've been talking about it. Everybody, they say, "Have you heard of ULE Homes? It's my friend."
Oh my
So
god.
oh, I can't wait to see the rest of it. Now, the next question is beyond that incredible prize money, right? How
Hmm.
has that validation? I know it's not been so long, but I want to milk
Hmm.
this opportunity, right? Now that I see you. So, how has that validation changed things for you personally and for ULE Homes? Have you gotten different kind of calls? Has it shifted the way people see what you're building? Like, I mean, thank God I had asked for this interview before MoonShot. So I might have to fill a form. I had to
Oh
fill
my
a form
god.
now. Yeah, so let me know.
So the funny thing is, we started getting people that wanted to invest in us like right away. Like even as
Wow.
moonshots before we left, we just saw some people reaching out to us. So how can we invest in your company? How can we invest? I'm like, what? Just
Ah,
like
that's
that.
so cute.
But yeah, so that the validation has helped us in the sense that even people that normally would like reach out to for partnership that wouldn't even consider us because
Mm-hmm.
of this thing that has happened, for some reason they just like looks like if people are doing something that makes sense. Let's see what we can do to help you.
Yeah.
And it's really opened doors for us, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
and it has also helped us to rethink and be like, wait, oh, it's not just in our corner anymore. Every other
Mm-hmm.
person is actually out there watching. Like
Yeah.
the team that won the TechCabal Moonshot Battlefield, where are they now? What are they doing now? So it also puts a form of pressure on us. Like you have to dream bigger. And so yeah, that's how it has been for us, to be honest.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I love what you said with, people that didn't want to work with you before, all of a
Mm,
sudden, saying, okay, yeah, let's try you out. And that's like the saying that goes, you can be doing a lot for decades and it seems like nothing is happening. And then
yeah,
a lot of things can happen in days. A lot of decades can happen in days. So sort of. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
really amazing. And everybody loves
Thank
success.
you.
So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now the last question for that. What did you do to celebrate? Did you go back and reflect? Or did you say, now let's have pizza or something first? Or you just went back
No,
to work? Which one did you
what
do?
see, honestly, what all of us did was to go and sleep. We slept first
I
because we were
love it.
exhausted. I
Yes.
won't say we did anything to celebrate, to
Mhm.
be honest, right? But um, would I say we didn't do anything to celebrate because
Sleep
actually
is enough.
because we had to resume Antler. You know, we're in the Antler program now. So it
Mhm.
felt like now is another back to back to back to back to back, right?
Yeah.
So we felt like we just needed to even calm our heads and not feel too stressed because there was that period, especially that week, was a lot for us. So we just needed that rest and we decided to give
Mhm.
ourselves that rest. So we've not officially celebrated yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's amazing. I think sleep is valid. Sleep is just
Yeah.
valid, really, especially with the Antler program. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think my next question for you is the person behind you being the CEO of ULE Homes, right?
Mm.
So we see the success, we see all the big, big things you've been doing. Oh my God, let's not go there. But we all know that the journey is never a straight line, right?
Yeah.
Can you share a moment? Because definitely there will be people watching tomorrow that want to build something, that want to do something, and they feel like, oh, am I enough? Can I do
Mm.
this? Who am I? Do you understand that imposter feeling? Can you share a moment with us, please, where you really doubted that, would this ULE Homes work? Are people believing in us? Was there ever a time like that? And what kind of pulled you through that time?
Mm. I think the only time that we really felt that way was before we got our first customer.
Hmm.
So my co-founders and I, we were in school that time. We were frustrated. Our facilitator was like, "What exactly are you guys doing? Are you sure that this is going to work?" So we were like, "Oh God, God help us," because we don't know what to do again. I think that
Yeah.
was really the only time that we felt like, is this going to work? Because we also had other ideas that we wanted to work on, and we were thinking
Mm.
of bringing it on board and actually
Right.
work on those ideas. But um, as soon as the video went viral like this, everything just changed. Our mindset just, we were like, no, we don't want to
You
hear
just knew
anything.
that
No, we
this
are
is the
doing this
idea.
thing. This is what we are doing.
You knew that was the idea for sure.
We just knew that was it. That was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understand. Okay, so that's amazing. Thank you so much for that. And the other thing I would say is you're such an inspiration for so many young women watching. Oh, before I say that, I think you mentioned something about a facilitator, and I remember seeing online about mentors and people that just do say things that might push people down the wrong path. So if you're a
Mm,
mentor, you're a leader in tech listening to this, please have empathy. Think of where those children, those builders are coming from. Of course, it's not easy to build in the African landscape, right? So
mm-hmm,
everybody has their individual problems. But if we can encourage people more to solve actual problems, you can imagine if you guys had dropped it at that time. You can
mm-hmm,
imagine if you
mm-hmm,
guys had dropped it at that time because it
mm-hmm.
wasn't going on. So we will not have this success story that we have
Nope.
now.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope. We won't.
exactly. So
We
yes,
won't.
just a word for that. And like I said initially, you're such an inspiration for so many young people, young women watching.
Mm-hmm.
What's one piece of advice you can give to your younger self just before she started? Omolade, that was in the university. What's one piece of advice? Sorry. No, I can't hear you anymore. Can you speak again? No. Sorry. Hmm. Hi, Omolade. Okay. Hi, Omolade. Well,
Again.
sorry. Hello, can you hear me? Oopsie, we lost her. This is so sad. But yeah, we'll give her some time. We still have a lot of time. We have 30 plus minutes. So while we wait, are there any questions we want to ask Omolade? I think I can see some chats. Um, do we have any questions from the audience for when she comes back? I think I want to ask her about the ongoing Antler residency program. Yes, she's truly an inspiration. I mean, talking about I think one of the things I picked up from her story is that she was still in the university and she had this supervisor while the three of them were working on this project. So it means that you can do great things from wherever you are, right? You don't even have to wait till you graduate. I think that's the core thing for me. You can build on real life problems. She's back. You can
Ah,
build on problems. Yeah,
I'm
welcome.
so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So someone in the chat, Gladys said you're truly an inspiration, and I was talking to her.
Oh my God. Hi.
I was
Thank
talking
you
to
so
her
much.
about about how you were in the university from what you said, and it was a project three of you were working on. So yes,
Yeah.
and that leads us to our next question. You see, it's very
Mm-hmm,
in.
mm-hmm.
So yes, what's the one thing that you can say to young women out there, right? To your younger self before she started ULE Homes? And I mean, this is just the beginning, my girl. So what can you say?
Yeah. Okay. Let me give a bit of context, a bit of background. So before I went into building ULE Homes, I had no idea about startups. Like, I did not even know about. I knew that there was businesses, right? I knew that we can do business and all those things. But the
Mm-hmm.
startup space is a particular niche on its own. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously, I'm a techie now. I was a DevOps engineer for years,
Yeah.
and now having this switch, I'm now talking about VC investment, blah 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 blah. I'm like, God, what is this?
Yeah.
But I think one thing that really kept me going was the fact that like I'm here and I have one life. So why not just live the whole life as it is, right? And if I can do something, I have to do it well. And another thing is that an advice, let's say advice I'll give myself, an advice that I'll give myself would be keep knocking. I keep saying these things, like even when I had the TEDx
Talk.
talk, yeah, that was the same thing I said, like literally keep knocking because if you do something and then you just let it go, it's just going to be there. But if you keep pushing at it, like even in my DevOps career, I had no idea about coding or programming and all of that. But I kept on, I just each day I kept on doing something. And for some reason, that thing became something, right? And that from that something, I was able to actually build a career in it. So
Okay.
same as well in startup. Just keep doing something. The more you do is when you start to actually realize that, okay, this is what I need to learn for me to be able to proceed, right? So if you don't do, you won't know where the mistakes will come from. You won't know where you're supposed to build yourself in. So I think it's just to really do it. Just do it, really.
Totally, totally, totally agree. I think it speaks to the fact that when you keep going on the way shows up. You know, there's a saying like that. When you just keep going,
Yeah.
the way shows up. So if you
Yeah.
keep saying, "Oh, I have this issue" and stuff like that, I mean, let's not. You've said it all. I don't need to add any other thing to it. So yes. Um, so you've already spoken on a little bit about what the next question is. Um, but when it comes to the business side of things,
Mm,
how do you balance it out, right? Being that you're not really coming from that space. I mean, coming from the normal techie lifestyle to going into being a startup founder, handling teams, it's crazy. It's a lot handling users because I mean, as a founder, you're not just handling the teams, you're handling
mm-hmm.
all the stakeholders, right? The
Right.
users, your investors. You're also handling your team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's different stakeholders, and sometimes they're multi-layered. So how do you balance that business side with your entire life? Is a startup going to be what you focus on? What do you think? I mean, it might be too early right now to
Mm-hmm.
say, but how do you see it going? If you were to look into the next 5 years, how would you see? things going?
Oh, how would I see the next 5 years?
You need to
Oh,
prophesy.
okay. So in the next 5 years,
Hmm. Thank you,
Ule
my baby.
Homes is literally going to be a household name for anything housing. For
Amen.
housing.
Yeah.
Anything financing, housing, anything that relates to housing. That's Ule Homes is your plug.
For all of Africa, right? Let's
Yeah,
not.
yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so
Yeah,
that was a
yeah.
good one. Now we'll talk a bit about your residency right now. I
Right.
mean, your startup is also, it's just three startups, right? In the Antler
Oh,
program,
oh
right?
no, from the MoonShot TechCabal, yes. But
Okay, okay.
there are other startups as well.
Okay, so how is it going? Tell us about it. We that were not there. Let's now imagine. I mean, show us the way. How's it going? What
Um,
do you like? What's your daily life?
As oh, all right, yes, my daily life. So before now, I usually didn't have to go to the office every single day.
Mm-hmm.
But being an Antler means I have to be at the office every single day. 9 o'clock, not 9:01, not
Wow.
9:02. I have to be there by 9.
Mm,
And knowing Lagos, there's a lot of traffic and all of that. So I have to now be waking up around 4 a.m. because I
mm,
want to prepare and then order for a ride to come to the island because I live on the mainland. So that switch, I'm still trying to get used to it. Yes. But for
yeah.
the program itself, the people that are here, on a normal day, I wouldn't even have access to them. So it is just an honor to be in the same room with this type of people. And I call it free consultations because I literally have
Mm,
free consultations from them. Like I can sit any one of them up and down and be like, okay, I am thinking about this. What's your thoughts? Do you have connections to this person? How can you help me do a warm intro? So all of that is just it's all encompassing. There is the freedom to think and really
mm,
strategize about on your product, on your business. And for the past few months, Ule Homes has literally been on autopilot. So this is now like a do something better, like a nudge that's okay. Yes, you've been doing this, but what can you do better? So that's really what it has been for us at Ule Homes.
mm. I love that. I think from what you said right now, it's showing the resilience that you would not see behind the scenes with founders in their daily life. And by that I mean, or would I say, is resilience the right word? The So making sure that you get there at 9, right? What's the
Mhm.
what's the right word for that? You have to be punctual if you're building something. You have to take
Yeah,
it seriously like you would any other job. And I
yeah,
love the fact that that is also part of what they're instilling in the people that have
yeah,
been chosen for their residency program. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay. Is there a specific, should we ask this question? Feel free to decline or answer politically.
Maybe we should just not ask.
You,
No, just don't ask.
no, 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 wait. It can also be a sales point, right? But
Mm,
let me just ask it. Is there a specific problem you're itching to solve next? Now, why I said you don't have to answer it is so that if it's not already in the pipeline, do you understand? You're not selling your idea out there. Do you get what I mean? So it's
yeah.
over to you. Is there something that's,
Okay.
yeah?
Well, I mean, Ule Homes have been doing rent financing for a couple of months now. So we've recently just launched the mortgage program. So
Oh, wow.
that's really what we are pushing at the moment. So yeah, I think I answered that properly.
That's enough. That's fair. Thank you for answering that. So that means that's the rent to own movement. Oopsie, not again. Omolade. Hmm.
Hello,
Sorry,
can you hear me?
sorry. Yes, I can hear you. Perfect. Okay. I was scared I lost you for a second. So yes, the what's the other thing? I think that the other thing I would like to ask you is what's the ultimate impact you want ULE Homes to have on Nigerians, on Nigeria as a country, and in the different African communities where ULE Homes is obviously going to scale in. And in one sentence, what would that be? What's that ultimate impact that you want?
So what we want at ULE Homes is to make housing accessible for everybody in Africa.
Wow.
That's one rent payment at a time.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. I want to take you back a tiny, weeny little bit. Can I take you
Okay.
back? Good.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah. What does it take to build? Hmm, I think the real estate world can be a double-edged sword, right? What does it take to build housing solutions in the current market? I think that's one question.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What does it take to build housing solutions?
Yeah.
Firstly, you need to even know the problem you are trying to solve.
Mm-hmm.
After you know the problem you are trying to solve, you need to actually go into the market and see if truly the people that you want to solve this problem for see it as a pain point.
Right.
Then, if they do see it as a pain point, then you actually can start building something, right? Test it out. The most viable product, like the a prototype MVP, something to just, okay, you guys, this is what you told me that you want. I built something for you. What do you think about it? So I think it's not just you don't just go and build something that is so large and then at the end the customer or the market doesn't want it. You need to be pushing it to them small small, and then as you are doing that they'll also give feedback and then you can iterate. So I think there's that agile methodology now. So it's just,
Yes.
pushing releases small, 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 small until you now have the full system. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that's what it is.
So UX research first, iteration second. So you are trying not to talk in the lingua of tech. I get you. But yeah, I caught it. I caught
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But thank you. So the next question is, so for all the people, the dreamers, the builders, the tech startup founders that watch this or Google ULE Homes and find this video, um, so there are people that they probably have these ideas on their notepad, on their
Mhm.
phone. They're too scared to share. What would you encourage them to do? Right? What would you tell them that you think will encourage them to take that first step? What's that thing?
Okay. So one thing I'm going to say to that is if you are if you are building something and 10 maybe 5 10 years later you look at your MVP and you did not say no, this was rubbish, then it means that you didn't start well in a way. So just start no matter how messy it might seem, no matter how messy it might look. So it's the messiness that you carry outside that people will criticize, and then you take feedback and then go and build something that actually makes sense. I mean, Facebook was not what it is right now. It was something else. Like it is from iterations that they are growing, and now they are even meta. So it's as you start, as you go, that you realize that okay, I can do this better, I can make this better. So that's for me. I think, yeah,
Wow, that's so profound. Because it's, it's so profound, and I can't even go into the details because most times we have all these beautiful ideas, and sometimes they just die on paper. Or have
yeah.
you have you seen somebody that said, "Oh, this idea this person is doing, and I had this idea, oh,
Oh
but
yeah, steady. Yeah.
you didn't start." You can imagine somebody that had ULE Homes as an idea, but just did not start. Do you understand? Imagine
Even
how
myself,
they
I've had plenty ideas that I did not start.
exactly, exactly. So yes, I think that's also a take home for me.
Yeah.
Just take that first step. right? The way would show up when you keep going. And
Yeah.
I think the other thing you said that was profound to me was criticism.
Yeah.
Yes, handling, taking criticism as feedback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, taking it as, oh, maybe they don't like me or stuff like that, just taking it as feedback. Okay, I think that would be all. Thank you for giving me your time. It was an absolute joy, to say the
Yeah.
least. Thank you for being so open and sharing your incredible journey with
I mean,
us.
you guys, you now, you are the biggest supporter.
Oh my
It's a
God. See,
pleasure
I,
to be
I was
here.
just like, when I saw the win, I'm like, thank God. Our next person, I won't have to fill form to say, oh, founder of ULE Homes, come let me interview you.
Oh my God.
Yes. You're such a
Thank you.
light, and I cannot wait to
Oh,
see everything that you and your team accomplish. I really cannot wait. And
thank
so,
you.
yes, if you're watching this, re-listen, go follow Omolade Akinwunmi on LinkedIn. Follow ULE Homes as well. Show her all the support. And please
Thank
shout her
you.
name to everyone and anyone that wants to rent a building or a house or even mortgage in the future. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Omolade, for your time. We
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Bye. Bye
Bye.
bye. Yes, bye, everyone. Oopsie. Oh, someone said they love your entrepreneur. I want to end the stream. Let's just.